Hey guys, Scotty2Quaddy here saying, what the heck are you guys looking at? Well, you're looking at my Ugly Truth mod that I feel that this version of the HGLRC Sector 132 should have been for only the DJI Air Unit, in my opinion, because the DJI Air Unit is a much heavier mod unit than the Caddx Vista. So to me, the way they had it set up for the Caddx Vista seems perfect. Nothing wrong with there. But for the DJI Air, I chose this route. And you're going to say, what route is this? Well, for starters, if you just look at the motors to begin with, I am using the Zing 1507 2800 kV motors. The original motor was the 1106. Look at that, 1106 5000 kV. Now, how do you expect to get that little motor to pick up that air unit in this whole quad, this whole thing? And at that weight, it was 172 grams, still pretty heavy. My mod right now, by changing the motors, you're saying, Scott, you're crazy. Look at that. That's 229 grams. How is that thing gonna fly and get you decent footage? Well, the mods that I did, I first switched out to my 1304 motors, and I thought at the time, perfect. It's gonna get me the perfect flying characteristics that I want, and it did for a minute until I started doing more and more forward flips, and then noticing that I was dropping and almost hitting the ground in a couple of videos I shot, and I was like, yeah, you know what, this is still underpowered even with a 1304 motor. So I don't understand why they went with the 1106 HGLRC. If you're listening, you could probably come out with a better, I guess, upgraded premium quad with this DJI system and 3-inch props with a bigger motor. And a lot of people would say, why would you use a bigger motor? Well, a couple drawbacks to that is that you're not going to get a lot of flight time with these big motors because it is obviously a heavier setup. But when you're using the 1106 motors with 171 grams, you're not getting that much flight time to begin with as well. And you will see a lot of Jello, which is why I had to do the ugliest mod that I've ever had to do, which you can see that paste, that glue, the heat glue. I had to secure it and make it more stable for the camera, because the camera is only, if you look at that black piece, that is the TPU. That is the only thing that is stabilizing this camera. And so many videos that you will see have so much Jello from this setup, the original setup, because you cannot get a good stable footage, image, video with that small piece of TPU. So I went ahead and glued the heck out of it, and it appears to have given me the stability that I wanted with my videos. And you be the judge. I wasn't able to get all of the Jello out, but I did get about 90% of it out. And you can see in the high, well, that's for later, but you're gonna see the difference, and you judge for yourself if this mod is necessary, or would you do it if you were in my situation. Because before, I told you that living in the States, they also gave me the wrong R9 antenna, was the yellow one, which was for the EU, so I could not get that to work. And so I just went with also the TBS Crossfire. You guys saw that deal right now. It's what they're giving the the version 2 micro for $69. So I swooped that up, put that on board, and this is now a medium range flyer, and it has the torque and the power and the speed. Now, you're not going to see the speed in these videos because I didn't want to do it that hard, because I didn't want to I just want to see the capabilities of this quad. So I don't even know the full capabilities yet, but as far as power goes, these motors can get you out of any situation, fly in any wind conditions, in my opinion, and you will see the video attached. Yeah, so right now it's at 222, and I was just flying. Oh, there's another thing. I told you guys that this quad is a beast now, because this one, this version 2, has a 35 amp onboard all-in-one ESC and board. The original had a 13 amp, so you can maybe squeeze out the 4S on it, but 5 or 6, you're just gonna blow it. So basically, I went ahead and got a 850 milliamp 5S batteries, RDQs, and 650 milliamp R lines, and these are all, this is 6S and this is 5S, because that says this setup is a true 5 to 6S quad minus the motors. So once you swap out the motors, you will instantly have a 5 to 6S quad. But also remember, and another mod that I did, because I think the Caddx Vista can handle 6S, but the DJI Air, you can correct me in the comments if that's so. I've heard that it's not 6S, so you have to put down a step down voltage regulator on it, which is what I did. And you can get a pack of 3 or 4 of them and went Amazon for like $9. So I did that. It's working out well. Oh, and another thing, I was really upset when I got this unit because I did a couple crashes. It was working at first. I seemed to have got the distance, but I didn't really test it. But it wasn't giving me the motors unlocked. And with that, if you're having problems with distance like I did after I crashed a couple times, the board is no longer working, so it's basically no longer compatible. So I saw a YouTube video that actually shows what happens if your board is not compatible or runs out of compatibility. You can still set the VTX through your goggles to 700 milliwatts, but you want to change the temperature setting. There's like a temp setting this to from on to off, because what it'll do is it'll automatically wait and keep your quad, if it's set to on, at 25 milliwatts and not go to 700 milliwatts if the board is not compatible, if your UART's not working with the goggles and with the sensors to recognize when it's taken off, because when it unlocks, then it'll jump up to as high as 700 milliwatts. Probably not the best thing to do for the DJI, not the DJI, but the Caddx, because it's a hotter unit. But with the DJI unit, it's able to take more heat for some reason. But that's what I did, and you're gonna see. You will see the difference in range that you see Sky 2 Quad flying in the past around bushes and really low to what this is able to do now. And you can be the judge of whether or not you want to switch to digital or stay with analog. The choice is basically, and it always will be, to me, financially, where you're at and what you have fun with. And if you have fun with analog and you don't care to go to digital, then hey, stay with analog. And there's always going to be a place for both. I'm just making a decision because well, you'll see the videos. Anyway, so tell me what you guys think. I do believe that these motors are perfect for this setup. You won't get a lot of flight time, but I think you're going to be a little more pleased with the results that you'll get. And the second video is going to be the onboard video from the DJI unit, Air Unit, and I will keep the audio on. I'm not going to shut it down, so you can hear the propellers and you can hear the torque and the horsepower of these 1507 2800 kV motors on 5 and 6S. All right, guys, hope you guys enjoy. Kind of a long one here, but I just want to get it out there. I do really dig this quad. It is going to be my legitimate 5 to 6S 3-inch quadcopter, and it is really fast, but I did not want to punch it because I wanted to be able to get my quad back from what I did today. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed the videos. Sky 2 Quad, signing out.